Okay, let's get this October recap in the books. I'm, as you can tell, a little under the weather, so if I cough a little bit, I apologize. I ate a cough drop and hopefully we'll be good to go, but I'll breeze through this quickly and you can ask questions in the Discord if you like. To start with, we have now minted 6,524 keys. This is pretty incredible, and that's 131 new mints in the month of August. Not too shabby. And our revenue for the month of October came in at $17,800. So obviously, we had two big months in August and September. We had to actually deliver all of the stuff that we sold in August and September, and so I didn't have as much time to spend on sales calls. I was also traveling a bunch in October, but to be able to still hit 17,000, which earlier in the year was a dream goal for us, is really incredible. And as we kind of nail down our lead generation and have consistent call volume booked on the calendar, I think we'll be able to get a dedicated sales team so that sales don't ebb and flow with my travel schedule or my having to actually deliver on the things that we sold. But all in all, 118,000 and change since the beginning of the year. This is really solid for a startup e-commerce business, and I'm really proud of these numbers. So kudos for all of the support and all of the sharing of content that's gotten us to this level of clout where we can now book these larger activations. The biggest thing in October was that we were in Argentina at the official Avalanche Summit. This is their big event where they reveal all the stuff that's going to happen in 2025 and why Avalanche is the place to be building. It was a great conference. A lot of really interesting data and information around their new L1 system, including the fact that where it used to cost 2,000 AVAX to validate a subnet. Now with L1s, it's something like $500 a month to be able to validate an L1. So we are looking at potentially integrating an L1 into NFTREASURE so that all of our assets could be essentially minted into an L1 that could then be bridged to a bunch of different blockchains and networks that would allow us to go multi-chain. So that's something that we're in the early stages of consideration, but I met a bunch of good people that can help us strategize around this while we were in Argentina. And of course, I was able to get all kinds of great meetings because we had a huge activation and partnership with the Avalanche team official. They handed out 5,000 of our NFC trading cards. There were around 1,500 attendees, and every attendee got one badge or one card with their badge. They could scan and claim that NFT. And then there were claw machines, two of them throughout the venue, that you could win additional cards. We have some ongoing gamification and campaigns that will be ongoing over the coming months. And you can learn more about this activation by clicking on this link in the slides. avax.cards is the website that we built for them, and you can see how many of the cards have been minted. So at the summit, we only handed out about 50% of those cards. We still have about 2,500 that we'll be handing out to people who buy certain merchandise, to people who attend certain events in the future. So there will be a way for you to get your hands on that. And we actually ran a competition for a complete set on the Botcast last Monday, and DJ Bomber from the NFTREASURE community won that complete set. So that's in the mail, and you'll be getting that. I guess something else that I should say is, or maybe an apology that I should issue, is that we've given out a lot of trading cards for various prizes. Many of you have redeemed trading cards for as part of prize season. They're all right here. There's like 100 of them right here. And I have just been so busy that I haven't had a chance to mail them out. And we haven't set this up as a SKU in our production facility. And so that team can't send them out yet. And so I'm the bottleneck. I apologize for that. But those are all going out tomorrow. That's why they're on my desk. And there'll be plenty of other ways for you to win and earn some of these trading cards from the Avalanche team. But a really great activation, and yeah, more gamification that will allow you to earn some really interesting swag and merchandise from the Avalanche team leading up to the next summit, which will be in May of 2025. Here's some more photos. This is what it looked like when they handed out the badge. Everybody got one of these cards. On the back, it told them to hold their phone to the card so that they could scan. And then people were trading cards and trying to collect them all. It was actually a really interesting networking device, because it kind of gave you an excuse to go up to anybody and be like, hey, I got the Feezy card. Which card did you get? And so people were trading, people were photographing things, people were scanning. It was cool. It also meant that I could literally walk up to anybody and be like, hey, how'd the process with the cards go? My team is the one that developed the NFC technology. And that got me in a lot of rooms with a lot of people. I got to meet, basically the founders of all the major Avalanche projects and beyond. And it was a great experience. So this is something that we will package together as a case study and pitch to as many different conferences and festivals that will have us. But it was from the Ava Labs team seen as a very successful activation, and more to come on how you'll be able to engage the utility of these cards. The other things happening in October is that we had 2 snapshot proposals. The first was a vote on, oh, really? It's not going to take me to the right link. It was a vote on, let me just open up the Discord real quick so that I can find the proper link. 1 second. Here we go. So the first was the proposal for fast track fee and accelerated emission structure. That vote has now completed, and you can see that we had almost 71% vote in favor of a 100% fast track fee. So that means that you will, in the not so distant future, be able to up level your keys all the way to level 150 for 100% smarter fee. So if it cost 180,000 smarter to upgrade to the next level with this fee, to skip past the timer, it would cost 360,000. So basically double what the current fee is. This, I think, will be an interesting way to accelerate the emissions of the game and the burning of smarter. So thanks for all of the great discussion around that. And for voting, to those of you who voted. It looks like we had 45, 55. So around 60% of the voting power actually voted in this. And I know that there are a couple of whales that sat it out to just kind of let the community decide. So really good turnout as far as voting participation goes. And then the vote that is still ongoing is the implementation and addition of brand points and creator brands into the white paper. You can see right now this has 100% approval rating with about 55% of total voting power in. So if you haven't read through this, give it a read. This is basically the next phase of activations that we'll be offering at NFTREASURE. So this is the gamification and the point system that lives on top of the NFC technology that we have. And I'll just give you a sneak peek at kind of how the flow of this will work. So basically, you have your mobile app that when you scan your NFC chip, you open your closet, but you'll be able to access your brand points here and log in with either your socials or your wallet. And then it will show you how many points you have based on the purchases that you've made and the NFTs that you've claimed. It's going to show you all of the different brands that you've engaged with. And then you can click this add points button here, and that will allow you to purchase points from that brand. So it'll be a way for brands to raise money by offering incentives on points. And obviously, you'll be these are mission points that are for sale. If you read through the white paper entry, you'll see that there's also platform points, and those platform points can be utilized by brands when they wish to. But basically, the way that it will work is once you have points, you'll have a rewards gallery or a marketplace that you can click through. So you'll be able to see the events, the merchandise, the experiences, etc., that are available. And when you click through, you'll see, oh, there's an event coming. If you want to be able to get access to that or get a swag bag, you can basically swap 10,000 of your points for that experience. So you would claim that experience. You get an NFT that represents that you now have access to that experience. And then at the event, they'll scan one of your NFC badges that's connected to your brand account, and that will give you access to whatever the thing is. So this could be a hoodie, this could be an event, this could be round trip tickets to the summit next year. It could be a hat, it could be courtside tickets to a basketball game. Brands will be able to offer up whatever they want in exchange for brand points. And so this will be a unique way to raise money as a brand in addition to the merchandise that you're selling. And of course, you'll be able to earn points by purchasing merchandise and doing different missions. So that's a sneak peek of what's coming for the brand points. Super excited to be able to add that gamification because it's really the final step in being able to offer a fully immersive experience with our NFC tech that brands can utilize to really drive behaviors that are beneficial to their brand, and to foster community in an interesting way. Next up is we have spent quite a bit of time doing a final push on the V2 product creator tool and e-commerce stuff. The reason that this has taken so long is because we built it modularly so that we can easily build campaigns with a back-end set of Lego blocks. So one of the things that takes a lot of time, and one of the reasons that I wasn't as focused on sales calls this month, is because when a brand comes to us right now, we essentially are building everything a la carte because it's the first time that we're building it, and it's a much heavier lift. What we've built everything as is these modular Lego blocks so that everything is productized, so that when I pitch something or our sales team pitches something as an activation to a brand, we don't have to rebuild it as a custom thing for them. We can say, okay, we're going to take this Lego block and this piece that we did from this campaign and this piece that we did from this campaign and this piece that we did to this campaign, and that will Frankenstein a completely new campaign. But those are all modular pieces that are productized. Makes it very easy for us to build these campaigns in the future, and that's where we're really going to be able to accelerate our cash flow and our revenue, because the merchandise is one thing. We know that brands want merchandise now. We have that product market fit, but the additional agency layer of designing a social campaign on top of that merchandise, whether it be trading cards, hats, t-shirts, etc., that social campaign is something that, the top ad agencies charge $250,000 for this. And if we can start showing case studies where there's really clear community engagement and a long-term value of that, that's where we can really get juicy in what we're offering at NFTREASURE and how we bill for that. The other thing that the new platform offers is just absolutely insane analytics. For us to run a campaign that is effective, we have to be able to prove that it's effective. And analytics across all of the NFTREASURE user flows, that's the e-commerce site, the DeFi game, card scans, ads, all of this allows us for better conversion tracking, which allows us to show our clients that something was truly successful, which means they'll continue to engage us in the future, and means that we have a data-driven case study that allows us to onboard new clients. Automatic commissions and payout is in this next version, so you're not going to have to wait on me to do all the math anymore. Thank God. You'll be able to just claim right within the dashboard, and then the new version massively reduces the admin team load, because right now, we have essentially what's called a Turk machine, where it looks like a lot of things are automated, but it's actually human beings in the background that are doing everything. So the new version actually automates all of those things so that it's really automated instead of faux automation with just a bunch of humans working in the background. So I'll give you a quick glimpse at the product creator tool, and we'll unveil this to the beta group tomorrow. But basically, and we're adding in more products as well. But for the beta group, we'll just try the top 3 that we have on the site right now. Basically, you'll select your product. You're going to add in the colors that you want. And then, excuse me, excuse me, you'll either add an image, so you can drag whatever image you want in here. So maybe I drag in I'm an NFT image, and I can pop that onto the shirt like this. If I want to remove the background, I just click the little rocket ship button here. Hopefully. And then I can see what it looks like. Now, I would probably want to use a higher resolution image or an SVG so that the background removal on this looks better. But you get the idea. Then I can also go back and add an NFT. So I've already connected my wallet. I can click onto Avalanche, Polygon, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, or Base, and we'll be looking to add Solana soon. I can go in here and take any of my NFTs, pop those onto the garment, move it around. Okay, great. And then click design is ready. So what this does is it now allows me to either order it for myself or sell unlisted. And then once we launch public, it'll be sell to the public. So I can add a title, a description. I can set what I want the price to be. I can say if it's on sale right now. And then so I'll just say key shirt, red shirt with key. I save that product. I'll use this time to cough real quick. Excuse me. And now I've got the shirt here. So when I go to my dashboard, oh, actually I messed it up. So I log in or create an account because it's a reverse flow. So I log in with my email. All right. And so now I have to put in the name. So my artistic alias is what I want my name on the platform to be. My legal name for commissions, time traveler. And then I'll add a profile pic later. I hit publish. I can now select if I want to put the design on additional garments. For now, I'll just do this one. And now my shirt is live. I can visit the product page, and now I can immediately go and share this out on Twitter. So much better than having to wait sometimes for weeks. Sorry about that. But it's live immediately, and people can immediately start to purchase it. So this is an infinitely better system. I think it's going to be a good flow, and I'm excited for you guys to be able to play around with it when we release it tomorrow. We'll be adding canvases, more products, hats, all of that, trading cards as we go. Just kind of making sure that everything is working properly with the 3 base level garments that we have now. But that's been quite a long dev sprint, and so I'm glad that that's done. Because one of the things that I've already gone through this. So one of the things that I didn't put into the top creators for October is that one of our top creators was actually people just ordering custom gear. So they added artwork or an NFT to a shirt, and they printed it for themselves, but didn't want to list it on the site. That was our number 4 seller, was custom gear. and it's been our top seller the last couple of months, or one of our top sellers. And so we feel that with this new workflow, which is a much easier, more intuitive way to design a garment, we think that custom sales and our ability to run ads into to people being able to make a custom crypto shirt and connect their NFT wallet will allow us to amplify revenue there. So let's go through the top creators. Our top creator is actually a brand that doesn't want to be announced yet, so it's redacted, but we will announce that later this month. Then we had the Pangolin team, who uh, had a bunch of shirts that they gave out at Summit. The Kuroshi team, let me just go through everybody here. So we've got the Pangolin gear here. For Pangolin, we did the classic shirt and the Pango AVAX shirt. They gave a ton of these away at Summit. And it was a really successful thing. The Pangolin team threw a party in Argentina. It was an awesome party. So yeah, lots more to come from Pangolin. We're going to be doing an activation with them in the next couple of weeks that I'll let everybody know about. Then, if you're not familiar with the Kuroshi NFT team, they hosted me the first day that I was in Argentina. They had an awesome house. They threw an incredible party. It, really, the team is just top notch. They revealed an animation for the game that they're doing. I highly suggest that you go and add the Kuroshi on Twitter and go through their profile. Of course, you know PyWeb. I hope he doesn't mind being doxxed here. He posted his photo, so I guess not. He's been a long-term NFTREASURE community member, and Zeke, the founder of Kuroshi, just really genuine guy. I really enjoyed hanging out with the team. You can see the shirts that we did for them and the embroidered hats. They turned out really good. Next up on the list is the Salver team. They continue to sell gear. The Swole Beach guys are continuing to sell a lot of logo shirts. And I just wanted to highlight that I use the Swole Life powders. They've got a great hydration powder and an energy powder. If you want to get some energy before a workout, you can go to swolelife, lyfe.com, and support them. They support NFTREASURE a lot. They do a lot of their gear with us. They also have this 30-day summer shred program that you can sign up for, which is basically a workout program that you can really easily integrate into your day-to-day. So check those guys out. The Cock and You guys continue to sell gear. This is Joel Carroll. Or Corral. He is an artist from Austin that did some of the consensus art, and people can continue to trickle by some of the stuff there. So would love to get Joel doing some more art because there seems to be demand for it. This is Fabio Veriba, who partnered with Jordan from our team to design this Make AVAX Meme Coins Great Again shirt. We had Dano from Dano's Threads sold a couple of items, and the Ballin team. This is all art that was done by DeFi Sci over at Sore Thumb Collective, who of course is our artist in residency right now at NFTREASURE. So congrats to all of the people who continue to promote their products. You know, we have a lot of products in our store that have sold that there's clearly demand for, but I don't see people consistently promoting them month over month. And I think that with the new site coming out, it'll be easier to promote it. It'll be an excuse to promote it because you can say, hey, new site, same design, great quality, new utility coming for the NFC. And yeah, would love to see more people promoting it. And we'll be creating a brand points incentivization structure within NFTREASURE, where if you're doing certain things that benefit the platform, you can earn brand points through NFTREASURE's mission points as well. All right. Then some of the interesting tweets related to, excuse me, related to NFTREASURE that came out this week. One of the big ones was that I have officially been selected as the producer for the Cockumentary. So the Cockumentary is the story of the meteoric rise of Cock. It's community and the power of memes. And the goal is to create a documentary that follows the Cockney meme from December 7th of last year all the way into next summer. Document what happens, take a bunch of user footage and interviews, and compile that into a documentary that we can submit to film festivals. We will be heavily utilizing the brand point system to engage the cock community around this, and potentially even to incentivize raising some funds potentially. And yeah, you can click here and watch the botcast broadcast that I did with Clinton Wex. It's about 30 minutes that goes into some of my experience as a filmmaker, how the film festival circuit works, and of course, how we can utilize NFTREASURE's brand points and merchandise to promote the documentary. This is going to be a really good use case of everything that we've been building at NFTREASURE. And so, very honored and excited to be working with the team on that. Next up, I just posted this in the general chat, but I would love for everybody to go and give this tweet some engagement. This is a podcast that I did with the segment RWA team. And this is a team that's run by Matt Bartlett, who is the head of Web3 at Van Eyck. This is a great collaboration and connection for us to have. And I want to make sure that they know that our community is active. So please click through to this link. Listen to the podcast on Spotify. And if you want to, I think there's a way to comment somewhere on here. Maybe it's only on mobile. When you pull this up on Spotify mobile, you can comment on the episode. Would love to see some positive feedback there and on this tweet. It looks like a lot of you already have, so I appreciate that. This team has a lot of really great connections, and I've had some incredible conversations with them, so I'm excited about where that could lead. Then we had a tweet from the JoePegs team that basically said that anybody that's holding the Let's F and Joe card from Summit, that's the physical card that we did, they tagged us in that tweet, decent amount of engagement. You're going to be able to get a free mint that was today. And then if you don't know Sam Stefanina, he is a gaming vlogger. But let me just find the tweet so that I can. I'll go back to that. He posted a whole video about this complete set of trading cards that he got at Summit. He has 20,000 followers, and he says, I will fight anyone who says gaming on AVAX doesn't have the best merch. These need to be buried with me. And you can go and watch this video where he talks about how much he enjoyed the card set. So this is something where we will eventually have a page on the AVAX Cards website that is basically a compilation of all of the hundreds of people that posted about AVAX Cards, so that you can go and see all of the positive press that this got. And then, of course, all of those will go into our case studies as we build out something, a one-sheeter and a PDF and probably a video case study that we can send to prospects who are looking to duplicate the kind of success that the AVAX cards have had. Yeah, what other? I think I had some other tweets over here. So we covered that one. Oh, at the Avalanche Summit, I met Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano. Because he's from Cardano, I don't think a lot of people knew who he was. So I got to talk to him for about 20 minutes. I gave him one of my NFC business cards. He said, I need an NFC business card that mints an NFT to Cardano. I said, if you want to work with us to do it, I will absolutely find a way to build into Cardano. He called his executive assistant over. She gave me her contact info. They both kept my card, and they said they'll be traveling for the next few weeks, but they'll get back to us when they're back. I think they're from Hong Kong, or that's where their offices are. So I've emailed them. I'll continue to follow up. We'll see if that comes through, but that would be really interesting if Charles Hoskinson, the head of Cardano, was passing out a business card that had our NFC tech in it, which would mean that he would potentially provide the resources for us to also integrate with Cardano. Also, I've been having some interesting chats with some Solana folks. So, as I mentioned, the new L1 tech from Avalanche allows us to, and the new abstracted wallet system that we're using allows us to build into other ecosystems. And I think that what we have as a base level product with the NFTREASURE, if we go and launch that on Solana, if we go and launch that on Polygon, if we go and launch that on Cardano, I really think that we have the potential of getting mass adoption very quickly. So we're going to be looking at the best strategies to do that, along with some redacted things that we're thinking about we might be able to do with the L1 that I think is going to be pretty interesting for any meme coin out there. That's all I'll say about that. Here's some photos from the Pangolin party. If you just go through to my profile, it's x.com/John Ray, and click through and just scroll through. I've retweeted all of this. This was a great party that the Pangolin guys did. Here's Tony on the Pangolin team. You can see him wearing one of the NFTREASURE shirts. Everybody, this is somebody else with an NFTREASURE shirt. Everybody at the summit was wearing NFTREASURE gear. You know, Emin had the logo, the NFTREASURE logo behind him during a slide where he was talking about building the strength of community. NFTREASURE was on full effect at the summit, so that was great to see. This is XL Baller, one of the big the guy that runs the tech meme coin community. Got to meet him, really great guy. He posted about the complete set of cards that he got. And I think that is about it. So what else do I have in my slides? Yeah, I guess the final thing is just that we will once again be loading up the OTC for Treasure and Smarter tokens. We'll use this for continued sales and marketing support and to help with operating expenses. It's wildly beneficial to the project when people make these OTC sales or when people max mint keys. So appreciate everybody doing that. If you look in the Treasure Tactics channel, there's a chart that Gribbly's put out, and the top VE treasure holders and stake treasure holders is getting pretty spicy. There is a race to the finish to be the top there, and nobody has a clear victory yet. I think it's anybody's game, so appreciate anybody that's engaging the OTC at this point in time. And I think that's it. I didn't cough too much through that. Thanks for sitting through it. Thanks for your continued support. We have a ton of momentum going with NFTREASURE now, and that couldn't happen without so much good feedback and support from all angles coming from this community. So we'll see you in the next one, and thank you. Bye.